12,000 people meeting each other to discuss the latest news about cloud-native computing. I was there last week in Paris and it was amazing. I'm talking about KubeCon and cloud-native Con, and I'm here to report the 3 big tools that you should try right now as soon as you finish to watch this video. Stay until the end and let me know which one of these tools you want to see apply in a learning together session in the next episodes. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, Cubeflow. It was ubiquitous at KubeCon and I found particularly useful a couple of talks that I'm putting in the description, and I'm talking about this in just a second. But before going in that direction, let me just introduce what Cubeflow is. Well, you can imagine just like a big all-in-one solution for machine learning platform. And in fact, you can see that goes from prototyping into notebooks and directly on your web browser, but also defining machine learning pipelines. So pre-analyzing your data, going into the details of filtering and ETL, and that's all. Then you are ready to do your machine learning training and you're ready to get your results stored as artifacts in Cubeflow. The first talk I want to mention was at the AI Day. It was actually the very first one. The talk was about CERN and this application of machine learning to enhance the technique using transformers. So you took a particular analysis or selection and you enhance this through repetitive experiments done in these platforms. And the other one was an awesome talk by the DHL analytics and data people that present their journey starting from simple scripts and manual things and gradually moving toward platforms, really an automation platform. And Cubeflow in there got a huge part of all the work. So this was the first tool. Let's dive into the second one. The second one is nuts. You can consider it a message queue, but it's not just a message queue. In fact, you can rather consider it like an enabling technology that allows you to manage it, to orchestrate distributed systems. We saw a wonderful demo, and to me, it was the best demo I ever saw since a while, and for sure at the KubeCon, that was done from Synadia people, and it was about running an inference system on an IoT device. So we all connected through our phones and we messaging with a remote system that in this case was a small board doing inference of our face recognition. That was pretty awesome because it demonstrates live what can be achieved with this kind of system. And to me, the other thing that for science would be really useful is to understand and learn, maybe together if you want. Remember, subscribe and leave a comment if you want to go with nets first in the next episode, and understand how we can manage object and key value store, because NAS also provide this. So I'm pretty curious about that. You can share messages like key values, or also I can send objects, so images in that case, for example. Pretty cool. Number 2. Now it's time for number 3. The number 3, it was actually a solutions showcase and it was Dagger. So you will get used to hear about Dagger in my opinion, so bear with me. You can start thinking of Dagger like a command line, a universal tool for continuous integration. That was how it started. But to me now it's moving more toward the phase where it represents really a DAG builder machine. Building each block of your particular workflow and make them reusable in different order and also in different languages. That's pretty awesome. And more importantly, I think that 90% of problems that we have right now in platforms for science can be represented like DAG somehow. And so a super powerful tool, everything containerized, reusable, and making different languages talking to each other. So you have really function that you can compose independently of which language are written on or whoever is maintaining them. You can do pretty much everything. creating a command line with different components in just a few seconds. That's pretty cool. So the number 3, let me know if you're interested to learn live this in the next episode. I have just one extra that I have to report. I'm pretty excited about the renewal of interest about the CNCF research and user group. And to me, this is really huge. It's time for science people, for research people, to get into the mood where you cannot ignore what comes from cloud-native environments. You have rather to use to contribute back, just like CERN did and was awarded for this. If you didn't know, here a picture. Yeah, an award to get in contact with industry that has very similar problems to science. Nowadays, that's the point. You should be able to interoperate, to interact with what the world is doing, because you're not alone in this problem. You should enhance the experience of everyone and collaborate one with the other. That was all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to decide what comes next, just drop the message and say, hey, I want to see Dagger. First of all, let's do a live learning in the next live, or I want rather to understand about NATs, or no, I want to learn how to install Cubeflow. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you, and see you on the next one.